it's changed a lot of things around the way that we work. It's improved a huge amount of our admin. We are a 1,600 boys independent school. We run a huge varied co-curricular and sport program. So there's lots of logistics that go on with what we do, and to have Clipboard managing it as our central management system is a huge advantage. We, in terms of our role-taking ability, our scheduling of fixtures, our scheduling of training sessions, advertising results, keeping records of students and what they do. I suppose the accountability of students as well, making sure that we actually have a handle on every one of the 1,600 boys and what they're doing for their sport and co-curricular. At the touch of a button, we can find what they're doing, we can see their history, we can see their attendance and how that's been. We can also find out where they are, of any given time of day or time of the week. So a huge amount of things that we didn't have access to, we now do, and it's been fantastic.
It's helped dramatically. The amount of time it's saved staff members, even parents being able to see their schedule and see fixtures. There's definitely a lot less emails from parents asking, where's my kid playing? Where's that field? Because you can use the map system for fixtures and training. We can put notes in there about buses, the push notifications that come automatically from it. It's been incredible helping us manage all of our different sports and co-curricular activities, because we've got 25 with, as Jono said, 1,600 boys. So, over 3,000 parents who want that information and they want it now. It's really helped save time, and it means we can then put more energy and resources into managing those sports and co-curricular activities better and make it the best programs we can.
It's definitely become easier. It's actually, in my position, as the head of sport, it allows me to, I suppose, work with our heads of houses and heads of form to have a real snapshot of boys' attendance and making sure that we're holding the boys and parents sometimes accountable to their sons coming and participating in their sports at trainings or on the weekends or in ensembles or in drama rehearsals or things like that. So it certainly allows us to follow up any attendance really easily and at the click of a few buttons, rather than how we used to do it through different spreadsheets, papers, all different methods for all different areas. It's really brought it under one banner and allowed, whether it be myself or Kristen using it as an overview, or, as I said, our heads of houses or heads of form who also have access to what they need on Clipboard. It just makes things easier and holds the kids more accountable to what they're doing.
We've also utilised it in ways we didn't think we would. For example, leadership positions. So our Year 11s were going for leadership positions, and we had, a condensed list of applicants, and we could look exactly what they've done for the last few years and what their attendance has been like, and that's been really useful, as well as looking for award recipients for Sportsman of the Year. We could get an overview and have they actually attended, and the actual reports they get for their mid-semester and end of year, because attendance, if they haven't been attending, it doesn't go on their report. So we've used it at those high levels as well.
Absolutely. The way that we use it, especially with our fixturing, I suppose, has been really important. We have it. We use Clipboard as the back end of our website, and so the fixtures that we put up into Clipboard pull through to our website. So there's a live version of our fixture list for every weekend, and also for the results. So if we as our coaches put in the results of the weekend, that updates on our website and allows, I suppose, what I was doing initially was writing our our fixtures list and sending it out to different people. And if there was a late change, we'd have to manually enter it there and on a few different platforms to make sure that everyone received it. Now it's one central area. It pushes out through our push notifications, or it pushes out through our website, and everyone can see it straight away. So certainly takes away that double handling with fixturing and results, and that's been a godsend.
Well, definitely with communication with parents, it's one click as opposed to a million different emails every week, giving them updates on where their training is, if there's a change. That's been the biggest thing, I think, with and cancelling trainings because of weather. But it's really helped so many other areas we didn't expect to. So we use your reporting for doing our Operu excursion forms. So if we need to get a list, because of the fields that it supplies, we can easily just copy and utilize that data in our excursion forms. And so it actually saves a lot of time and energy in those areas as well. It also, with, as Jono said, the fixtures, that was something we sent out every week. It's now auto-populated onto our website because of that information. And yeah, with the role taking, it's helped with staff members. It's a lot quicker for them to mark the roles. So yeah, they're really the key areas.
At the end of each season, we survey our parents with a range of different questions about their experience over the season. And certainly the information and communication from the parents' point of view has been, I think it was at about 4.2 out of 5 as a whole. We had about 400 people respond. And that was definitely one of the higher ratings for what we were doing, which was great. We haven't utilised Clipboard yet for our registration process, and there's a reason for that, just because we've flipped around a little bit, but I think inevitably we will. But yeah, no, the feedback from parents has been great. And I think what it does as well is it streamlines it across a range of different aspects. So Kristen said we have 25 sport and co-curricular activities at school. And obviously different people running those sports have different levels of administration ability. But with Clipboard, it really allows it to be streamlined across a wide range of people. And so the experience for the parents who don't see the back end, what they get though is a similar product, and that's been a real advantage.
Made the kids and the parents more accountable for what they're participating in. So we do have a system at St Augustine's where we have a 25-point system. It essentially means that kids from year 7 to 10 have to do 2 sport or co-curricular activities. In the past, students used to use some activities as a bit of a scapegoat because they wouldn't be held accountable for non-attendance. Now that we've got Clipboard, one, there's no excuses. They can see that they've got it on. We can also chase them up. And we are seeing a high level of attendance across the board. So, and it is also ensuring those students are engaged in their activities. So they're picking more carefully, and they're also participating and starting to enjoy it rather than seeing it as a chore. So one example is there was a student who wasn't attending school at all, and the executive assistant of the principal contacted me and said, can you tell me exactly where this student has been? Do they have any sport activities? And we actually found he was attending basketball in the mornings, and I could give her, at the drop of a hat, this is the coach's name, this is their number, they've attended on this day, this day, this day. And we found that those days he attended, he actually hadn't attended school. So in terms of safety, we found out, where he was and that he'd actually gone home. I've had another occasion where a kid wasn't at school, had attended sport that morning, and the parent actually didn't realise that they hadn't come to school, found out they'd caught a public bus. So we have been able to help solve a lot of I guess, safety issues and problems just purely from having visibility of where the kids are and that role-taking ability. Also, I guess it has helped in terms of with those reports, utilising them for our excursion forms with risk management. So it has helped in that sense, but that's kind of the extent of the safety area for us.
I think the support's been outstanding. Kristen and I spend a lot of time with Clipboard and have been the main users of it at the school. And there's times where we find things that, what if we had this, or what if we had access to this, or how could this be done better? And we're always sort of throwing things around to see how we can make, I suppose, our experience better. And the way that Clipboard engages with us, listens and makes changes when necessary, even to see you at a stand at a conference and be able to say, hey, what about this? And you email me that night saying, hey, what about this? That was perfect. So we've been really lucky, I think, as it continues to grow and change and I suppose move with the needs of the users is really important. And that's been really helpful, and certainly gives us I suppose, an advantage to be able to, and a comfort level to be able to say, have you thought of this? And is this something that we could look at? And we've always been heard, and changes have been made where they can. So it's been great.
I think have a background in web. So I've been part of a lot of external companies who are dealing with web application and development, and your customer service level is by far the highest I've had to deal with. And I worked in the web space for nearly a decade. So yeah, Clipboard has been incredible.
I was at a head of sports conference this week, and I mentioned it to numerous people. I suppose my hope is that the more schools that get on board, the easier everything will be to work through fixturing and scheduling and I think that's really important. And I know that many schools have taken up Clipboard, but I would always promote it. I think it's such a important and easy tool to use. And I think when I talk to 25 plus year teachers or heads of sport who might be a little bit nervous about technology and innovation, it's very easy to explain to them that the interface and the usability and the support around using it is really easy and beneficial. So yes, I would definitely position it for everyone.
It's your one-stop shop for all sport and co management. If you like consistency, overall visibility, accountability, stronger records, it's user and client friendly. So, parent side and student side, you like strong comms, then Clipboard will just cover all bases.